Good morning, Salamat Pagi, here from North Sumbawa. Shane and I are on the road, cruising through the water, and we're heading to Satonda Island. Let's get it. Alright guys, Shane and I just got dropped off on the island. Our boat driver is heading out, so we've got about 8 hours to see what we can get into, and there's not a single other soul on the island. I'm sure you guys are wondering where exactly we're at. We're in the West Nusa Tenggara province of Indonesia, and this island sits 3 kilometers off the north coast of Sumbawa.
This island is shrouded in mystery and legend, with some curses even. Some say you shouldn't even visit this island at all, but others encourage it highly.
And Satonda's got this really unique look to it. When you look at it from a bird's eye view or an aerial view from the top down, it looks like a ring or a donut with the lake in the center. People usually visit Satonda when they're on their luxury charter boats that often leave from Bali and head towards Komodo just to the east. What we ended up doing was driving our bikes all the way across Sumbawa up to the north coast here and then figuring out our transit. There used to be a small population that lived here on the island, and there's even a guest house hotel where you could spend the night. It looks like it's right behind me. But in the last few years, the island's been abandoned, so there's currently nobody here. We're walking up to the south side of the island now. Not a bad trail. It's got some railings over there. A little bit steep. Sweating a bit. We're moving on up. Coming up to the top of the ridgeline on the southern point now. Here we go. Pretty good. Got the lake right here in the middle. Ridgeline on the northern point over here. There's some interesting history about Satonda, both on the geology side and also the folklore and mystical side. As far as the geology goes, they believe that the island was formed by the eruption of an underwater volcano that thrust the cone to the surface, which kind of gives you the ring-like phenomenon that you see behind me. As for when the eruption took place, it's a little bit unclear. We did some research and saw reports that it took place tens of thousands of years ago, but we also saw some reports that said millions of years ago.
One of the legends here on Satonda Island is of the ancient princess Daiminga of the Songgar kingdom. It was said that she was so beautiful she was inciting wars from princes of nearby kingdoms. To cease the wars and bring peace back to the kingdoms, her father exiled her here. In some legends, it is said the princess drowned herself here in the lake, but not before putting a curse on all women so that they could not be beautiful and graceful. I'm graceful and beautiful.
Shane and I have been traveling around Indonesia for around 6 months now, and we've been on a lot of islands, a lot of smaller ones. But it's pretty crazy to think that we are literally the only people on this entire island.
We've reached what appears to be the end of the southeastern trail. We're gonna start backtracking now, maybe hit a beach down there and get into the lake.
We're in the thick of it a little bit, making our way. The Satonda Lake here behind me covers an area of about 335 hectares and reaches depths of up to 86 meters.
This island has drawn attention from scientists around the world. 2 European scientists visited here on 3 separate occasions between 1984 and 1996. They found that the water here had a higher salinity and alkalinity level than that of the ocean, concluding that the basin was formed of craters over 10,000 years.
The lake actually used to be filled with fresh water until the eruption of Mount Tambora in 1815. After the eruption, the tsunami was caused and salt water flushed the crater here.
This right here is another myth on the island, Pohon Harapan, otherwise known as the Hope Tree. It is said that if you make a wish here and give an offering to the tree, your wish will come true. If it does come true, you have to return to the island to give thanks here.
Guys, I'm putting up a Bang Bang Friendship Edition. It's a pretty good snack here in Indonesia. And don't worry, the Lost Boys don't litter, so I'm taking off the plastic and just leaving the wafer. I'm totally kidding. I'm just gonna do coral like everybody else. We all know a monkey's gonna eat that Bang Bang, yeah?
That monkey being me.
All right, we're finishing up at the lake. Earlier, we were at this tip right behind me on the southern part of the island, but now we're gonna try to head up to this higher tip over here on the northern part and get some better views. We're moving.
Moving. Dad hat on. That's how you know it's time for adventure.
I don't think we're making it up this, dude. We were told that this western path, the jalan or road or path, was not good, so
Jalur daki.
I don't think we're gonna make it.
That doesn't look the best.
We're gonna head back down, and I think we're gonna go check out one of the beaches, do some swimming.
Oh, this thing smells amazing. Rob, smell this.
He's gonna
Rob, smell this.
Don't do it. I'm gonna hit you, man. We just pulled up to the beach here on the south side of the island. Behind me, you can see the mainland of Sumbawa. It's about 3 kilometers offshore from here. We're gonna hang out here for a bit, have a swim, and kick back. Shane and I just had a nice swim, and we're also really excited because the clouds cleared and now we've got clear skies. Just wanted to talk about another highlight of the geography here. Up behind me in the clouds, you can see Mount Tambora. Mount Tambora actually erupted in 1815, and it's the largest recorded volcanic eruption ever in human history. Tambora was devastating though. After the eruption, they estimated that about 10,000 people were killed on the island of Sumbawa, and they even estimate that anywhere from 40 to 60,000 people were killed as a result of famine, disease, and even the tsunami that was caused. And the eruption even had a massive effect on the entire global climate. The year after in 1816 is known as the year without summer because ash from the volcano spread throughout the world, blocking the sun and dropping temperatures. This had an effect on agriculture and food stores in Europe, North America, and throughout the world. Indonesia is a crazy place. There's so many interesting facts about here, and it just always blows my mind. But now that we finished up at the beach here, we're gonna head back to the main area where we pulled in and get some grub.
Get some grub, my favorite part of the day.
It's Shane's favorite part of the day. All right, we've got a little bit of a takeaway lunch here, but in Indonesia they call it bungkus.
Bungkus.
So,
Ikan bakar.
grilled fish.
Some sambal.
The sambal.
Nasi putih.
Nasi putih. Here we go.
Okay, makan ya.
So we got our plate going here. The fish, rice, and sambal. And Shane's gonna show you how they eat in Indonesia.
With our hands.
Salamat makan, yeah? Now that we've finished our lunch, we're actually gonna head up back to the ridgeline where we were earlier. Reason being is because we got good skies and better lighting, so we're gonna go check it out and see what it looks like.
Rob has somehow convinced me to get back on this blazing hot ridge line with no shade right after I get a nice full tummy. See how red my face is already? I'm cooked. I'm f***ing cooked.
Made it to the top, dripping in sweat, but the views are totally worth it. All right, guys, our boat is here to pick us up right there, and that's going to wrap up our time here on Pulau Satonda. Before we head out, we've got a word from our buddy here. His name is Mr. Bom Bom. Are you ready for this? He's working on it. Ready? Hit it. Hit it.
Lagi.
Like through the best.
Yeah!
To the boss.
To the boys! Like and subscribe.
Thanks.
Yes. Like and subscribe to the boys. Thanks, guys. Bye.